Hi guys, and welcome back to Tom Cleans Things. Right, let's try that again. Hi guys, welcome back to Tom Mods Things. Today we are got back from work and I thought we'd just do some stuff to this car because I just need to carry on with it and just keep plugging little bits here and there. So as you would have just seen, we've been doing tons of cleaning, tons of paint prep, rust prep, and getting rid of all the surface rust on sort of all the engine bay mainly at the moment. Kind of been just moving around the car. Fenders have come off now as well, so that's kind of uncovered the Lambo door hinges and stuff, which is obviously a good thing to see. They're looking pretty good, to be honest. I was always slightly worried that we'd pull the fenders off and there'd be some like crazy stuff behind it, but we'll get back and I'll show you kind of around that a little bit more rather than just in the little slideshow just then. To show what's what, because there's a few things we're going to need to buy for that. So the Lambo doors go up and everything, out and up, so they're all fine, but the strut was never connected, and I was looking at the strut and the connection points and just looking at it and going, there was no way that those two things really ever used to go together. There's supposed to be a pin that goes through, but the ball joint at the bottom doesn't have any sort of provision to allow that ball joint to go in there. So anyway, we're going to have to replace them because I'm pretty sure that they are done. So we're just going to need to try and work out sizing and then just kind of crack on from there. So anyway, we'll do a flip round and we'll just show you what's what. Right, it's car in the garage at the moment. So as I was just saying about the fenders being taken off, this is kind of what's behind there, and as you can see there, that is the Lambo door hinges. There was a strut that basically connects this point to this ball joint down here, and I've already got some cobwebs and stuff come back after cleaning this out yesterday because there are spiders everywhere. But yeah, looking pretty good, to be honest. There's a couple of small spots like up here, but this is just surface rust. This isn't anything to worry about at all, and everything, all the mounting points, they've actually, like, there's been a sort of a supporting plate that's been properly welded in, so they've been done properly, which is a good thing as well, because it's always a worry with well, any project really like this, with all the craziness that's gone on here, is that somebody's kind of bodged it together. But seemingly at the moment everything looks like it's been done properly, which is great. Still battling at the moment with getting it started. I've kind of left the fuel pump situation. I might get back to that a little bit later today, but mainly, as you can see, just been cleaning up engine bay at the moment. So if you can imagine, I might flip back to a picture of what this looked like before, and by the power of editing, that happens now. And so obviously, as you can see from the comparison images, this is looking a hell of a lot better. So we've taken off all the surface around and cleaned up all these edges. We're going to respray obviously around here now that I've taken off any of the surface rust. All of this is all looking great. All round here is looking really good now. This area, because I've got all the wires everywhere at the moment, I haven't really sorted this bit out yet, but look how clean that is all looking. Lovely. So yeah, looking pretty good, to be honest. I'm really quite happy with how this is coming out. And then, as I showed on the previous video, the underside of the bonnets had all the stuff taken off. So yeah, so it's still obviously in bits. Bash bar is all finished now, which is cool, so that's waiting to go back in. So yeah, as I said, still battling with this fuel pump issue to get power to it. I'm sort of looking at, because I pulled the ECU apart as well, just to make sure, because there was some electrical corrosion on this side of the connector, but all the pins and everything looked absolutely fine, no problems. And then I did actually take apart this ECU as well, just to make sure that there was nothing crazy going on the inside, because I did notice there was like some surface corrosion on the bottom, but because it's a fully sort of sealed unit, there was absolutely nothing inside. It was pristine, which was good. So I've been told that this is probably something to check, which is one of the main relays for the fuel pump and everything. It looks absolutely fine, but obviously the insides of that could tell a completely different story. So I need to get myself ordered one of them, and then I've been looking through sort of some of the cabling and stuff. This one is So I'll get the camera actually on it rather than just talking to just the floor. So yeah, this was the I think fuse 9, which is the one that I was told to take out and then prong in between, so I wasn't getting any power to that. So I've been doing some research, and supposedly the power goes from the battery into this fuse, no, goes from here to the ECU and then back, and it does kind of like a loop back on itself. So if it's kind of not getting past this point here, then it's never going to reach here. So this is where I need to get this relay sorted out next, which is the next thing really to get ordered. But then as a thing for today's video, because I thought it would be quite fun to chuck it on, and also I've been itching to get started on just the bodywork side of things, because that's the thing where it's going to all kind of come together. The engine side of things is a bit boring really to me. I'll get it plod through and got to get it done because it's got to get running, because I'm not going to be trailing this everywhere or having to push it around, because it's a pain in the arse. But really it's the styling aspect of things and nailing all of that side, and that's the thing that kind of excites me, and seemingly excites you guys as well with all the crazy comments I've been getting about the side mirrors for this. I've got a clear winner at the moment, and that's at the moment for M3 mirrors. Clearly going back to the days of max power goodness, where absolutely every single car had M3 mirrors on it. I don't even think M3s had M3 mirrors on them at that point, to be honest, because they were so common. But yeah, so what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get this Pikachu spoiler fitted today. Noticed when I was looking through it, it's got kind of a couple of mounting holes, but we're probably going to thread nut insert a few things in there just to get it to fit properly, and there's already some holes in the top which are for the original spoiler, so we're just going to see if we can get it mounted. Definitely had it confirmed that this was a Fusion 2 spoiler, actually made in the UK as well, which is mad. So yeah, Fusion 2 spoiler that's based off of a Corsa V, and then whoever's had this has started to modify it, as we can see with all of the sort of craziness going in here. They've modified it to suit a Peugeot 106, so clearly some work's gone into getting that sorted. So anyway, I'm going to just set up a camera and we're just going to see if we can get some bolts through these holes, and then see if we can start to get something mounted up, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. Right, here we go. I'll show you guys what I've been up to. So right, looking down at the front, what we've got is now our 3 hole positions. Perfect, just like that, nailed it. Right, so now we're gonna grab, let's have a look what we're gonna grab. So we're gonna get out our, this little bad boy here, which is our thread cert, riv nut, or threaded riv nut, I don't know. It's got various different names for it depending on whether you're from the UK or America or abroad or whatever, but effectively what they do is it's a riveting tool, but what it does is it adds in, I'll grab one of these bad boys out, effectively like this little insert, and so once this goes in and then it sort of rivets back, what it does is it gives you a nice threaded hole on the inside. So use these throughout my wide body Porsche build because they're just so helpful. Better than a rivet, because if you want to take things on and off, which definitely want to do with this considering how much work it's going to be lining it up just then was, and I'll show you guys when it's on obviously in a sec. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of small drill holes in there, and then we're going to riv nut them in, and then what we're going to do is epoxy them in as well, just to make sure that this is definitely not coming off. But when we finally do fit this spoiler, what we're going to do is tiger seal or bond all the way around the outside anyway, to just absolutely make sure that this huge wing is not going to come off. And actually that is if we use this. I want to use it just because of how stupid it looks, and obviously someone's gone to the effort of attempting to get it to fit. Obviously there's a hell of a long way to go before it's looking perfect. But yeah, I just think for period correctness, considering how old this piece of max power history is, I just think it's worth putting it on. It's really stupid. Anyway, if we put the thread inserts in, then it means that we can pull it off if we, or if you guys decide that it's not the right way to go. So anyway, I'm going to set you back up again, and we're just going to crack on and get that. Right, we'll screw that then, because this is just broken, so perfect. Right, we're going to try something else. Right, so I've managed to bodge the riv nut tool together, but it's very much dead now in the bin, but we've managed to get some in. This one's a little bit janky, so I'm going to have to get a new riv nut tool and have another stab at this one, but the rest of them, as you can see, some nice, lovely threaded holes, ready for some bolts. So we've got some bolts, got a big one that we've just found. It's not the nicest, but we'll use it for the moment. Just where the aerial used to go, it's kind of nice enough that it will fit in that massive hole, so it means that we'll get 3 location points, and then we've obviously got some slots here and here, which I think are for an original spoiler that was probably on the back of here at some point. Maybe because it was the XS model, I think it had a rear wing kind of much similar to the GTI, so we're just going to get this whipped on the back and bolted up. Oh god, look at the state of it. It's ginormous and it's fully now fixed to the car, which is mad, so I'm going to flip it around and I'll show you what's going on. Right, there we have it. Oh man, that looks absolutely outrageous. Oh dear. So yeah, madness. So we've got 1 bolt in here, 1 bolt here, 1 in the middle. It's still a little bit loose at the moment, so I haven't tightened it fully up because I was waiting for the everything to set, but geez, look how, let's see if we can go back a bit further. The garage is full at the moment, but yeah, look at the crazy wings on the back of that. I mean, that looks absolutely ridiculous. As you can see, like, obviously there's tons of work that needs to go into smoothing this off, but the overall edges and stuff all look pretty good all the way around and stuff. Obviously need to blend it into this top part here, but yeah, that is something else. As if that was a thing at some point. I mean, yeah, lost for words really with just how absolutely mad that looks on the back of this car. And then obviously seeing it then there with the lights and stuff. I mean, I personally think that we should definitely go with this. I might change it up ever so slightly and maybe do like a top blade that goes from here over to the other side. I reckon that could actually look pretty damn cool, to be honest. I think I've seen a couple of these Fusion 2s with that, and I wonder whether that's what these holes are for, because there's 1 hole there and there's 1 almost, yeah, exactly on the other side. And I've seen that on some of these they do have a blade that kind of goes all the way across, so maybe we do something like that. Actually, thinking about it, give me 1 sec, I've got to pee. Right, and this is what happens when you've got tons of car parts, the stupidity just carries on. So this is actually the old top blade for that GT2 spoiler that I've got out out on my Porsche Cayman, obviously, at the moment, and then I put the sort of the big Jap wing on the back. So this is what used to sit on that, and I just had this crazy thought that actually that might actually work. And I've flipped it upside down for the moment. May probably do it the other way around, but I mean, that's crazy how mad that sits. And actually, well, I don't know, maybe I quite like the fact that it kind of goes around there. It's going to do totally opposite of what a rear wing should do, but I mean, I quite like that, to be honest, with a top through the back. It kind of flows in. But anyway, so yeah, craziness. So we could use this, which is mad, and it's free. So because obviously I've just got it knocking around in the garage, and then we can adjust it to fit, get it to blend in on these side pieces, and then make it all one piece, or maybe even get this bit. Actually, that could be really cool. So you do color code on the outside, and then this bit across the top we do in like I could skim it in carbon fiber or something, and then tie it in with a load of other pieces that I'm thinking of doing in carbon throughout this, like interior door cards and other various things. But yeah, I think really that looks pretty cool up on the top. Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think of this and stuff. Right, and that's it, guys. Bit of after work stupidity, but hey, thought I'd bring you guys along. Obviously this whole thing is as much me as it is you guys joining in for the craziness along the way. Obviously I'm just throwing ideas out there because I'm just a little bit like that, where my mind's kind of all over the place with this sort of stuff, and sort of lots of stuff going on. But anyway, so that's probably it for today. rear wing is just going to leave it mounted to the back of the car because it just looks stupid, and why the hell not? And yeah, we'll see if we do anything with it. But I think it's coming together. It's looking pretty damn good. So we're going to get this fuel pump issue sorted. Then we're going to start it up. We're going to do a big rev, shoot the flame out the front because it's got no exhaust pipe, and then as soon as that happens, then we can really crack on with the exterior stuff, getting all the windows back in, interior back in, painting and retrimming all the interior and stuff as well. We're going to do all the engine bay. I want to kind of tuck all the wires away because I just think it'd look really nice under there, and it'd be nice to be able to kind of have something on show. Yeah, that'll be for another time, but I mean there's just loads of stuff, ideas that I've sort of got to do with this, and I'll just keep chucking out there and seeing what people do and don't like, and then we'll just sort of live out everyone's crazy fantasies. So anyway, cheers guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.